Hello guys, welcome back to Pause and welcome to another random diet vlog thing. So I did one of these a few weeks ago as I was starting a little diet, and as I explained in the first video, I'm not expecting anybody to watch these, so for anybody who's just here for Planet Coaster content, see you in the next Planet Coaster video. Now what I'm doing these videos for is mainly for myself. Really selfishly, I've set myself a task to lose a bit of weight as the year goes on, and doing these little videos is one way for me to keep up to date with myself and try and keep on track with the diet. So it's been going on for about 3 weeks now. I'll be honest, sometimes I've been a little bit lax with it. I've not been sticking to it as much as I probably should have done. I've been having a few little cheat days here and there, occasional takeaway, a bit of a Mackey's now and then. I had a few biscuits earlier on today and some Doritos, but all in all it's going okay. So I finally got a battery for my scales, so I have actually got a number to put to this diet today, which we'll get onto in a little while. But in terms of how I've been finding the diet, I originally was going to try and do exclusively Slim Fast. So if anybody doesn't know what the Slim Fast diet is, you basically have 2 meals that are substituted with either a Slim Fast shake or meal bar or something of that equivalent, and then you have a calorie controlled main meal at the end of the day. For men, I think it's I believe 800 calories. For women, it's 600 calories. So that is the general idea that I was going to try and stick to, as I did do this diet a few years back and I lost about 9 stone on it, but as you can tell, that weight got put back on again. I do love a good pizza, so that was the plan. I was going to try and use the Slim Fast to lose a bit of weight. It's a lot harder this time around than it was before. It was easier. For one, I used to live with my parents, so therefore if I got home from work and I fancied a pizza, I'd have my mum and dad sat behind me saying, "You're not having a pizza, you're on a diet, you fat shit." But now I don't have that luxury because I live on my own, well, with my girlfriend. But it's a lot easier to just ignore the rules when you have nobody telling you to not order a pizza. That's why I'm finding that a bit harder. And also I work longer hours. When I did this diet the last time, I only used to work early mornings, so I used to do like 4 o'clock in the morning till like midday. So most of my time was spent at home, so I could keep myself busy and sort of my mind occupied. Now, because I work generally day hours of 7-3, 9-5, 10-6 kind of shifts, it's a lot harder to stick to a diet when you've got constant food available to you. And because I work a full shift now, you get hungry more. The more you work, the hungrier you get, as everybody knows. So I am finding it a lot more difficult. So what I've been doing, as well as using the shakes on some days as meal substitutes, I've also been cutting down on what I've been eating at work. So instead of going to the canteen and buying like burger and chips or something like I would have before, I'm now bringing the, you might have seen them in the shops here in the UK, or they maybe have them in America. They're like Uncle Ben's, we call them over here. That's a rice and pasta type company. They do these little pots where it's either rice or pasta in a main pot at the bottom, and there's a little pot of sauce at the top. So for example, a few of the ones I've had have been pasta bolognese or sweet and sour rice, and you basically stick it in the microwave for like 2 minutes. You pour the sauce into it, mix it up, and it's like a nice meal. They're about 300 calories roughly, depending on which one you have, so they're quite a good substitute. Again, they're not obviously full of goodness. It's not as good as having a salad, but it's cutting down on what I normally would have eaten, and that's what I'm going for really on this diet. So as I mentioned before, I've got a battery now for the scale, so I do have my current weight as of when was it? Yesterday morning. Yesterday morning I was 19 stone 5. So that's the number we're going for from now onwards, which is a big number, and which is why I'm not, well, I'm embarrassed to say that's how much I weigh, but I'm using that as more motivation to lose the weight. So that's why I'm putting that out there. So 19 stone 5 is what I am currently at, which is far too big, and I know that. And when I did this diet last time, I got down to like 12.5 stone. So I know it can be done, and that's what we're aiming towards. So in terms of being able to judge the weight loss, obviously now we can do it in terms of numbers. What I've been doing up until now is basically just how things are feeling, clothes are fitting, that sort of thing. So at work I wear black trousers and a belt. What I have found over the last couple of weeks is that they're definitely feeling looser on me, 100%. I have to wear quite a heavy radio when I'm walking around at work. I normally wear it on my back pocket or the back of my trousers, and I've definitely felt that pulling down my trousers over the last couple of weeks, to the stage where a few days ago I actually had to put a new belt loop in to make my belt a bit tighter. So that's a good sign. So it's obviously going the right way. Whether it's going as quick as it should be, that's up for debate. I'm not really sure, but there's definitely some positives there. But I have cut down significantly on the amount of calories and food that I'm eating. There's always more I can do. I know that, but for now, it's going some way as to lose a bit of the weight. So that's generally where we are today. Just a very quick update. Again, I know nobody's watching this video. Anybody who has watched this and might find this useful, hello, thank you for sticking with it. But this is purely selfish, and I'll say it again, this is just for my own personal motivation to keep doing these videos, to have something to be able to look at and say, I have lost this X amount of weight this month. And that's generally the only reason why I'm doing them. So again, if anyone has made it this far, if this video just happened to come on after a Planet Coaster video, apologize. I'm so sorry that you've had to sit through this. If your remote's broken and you sat watching me now wondering what's going on, sorry. I'm sure there'll be some more Planet Coaster related theme park content coming up in the next video after this. I don't know. YouTube. Anywho, guys, thank you ever so much for watching. If you found this useful or want any tips, advice, you've got any advice for me, drop it down below in the comments. But again, I know no one's going to watch this, so ignore that anyway. Right, thanks guys. See you next time. Bye.